Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another daily Vlogtober vlog. This is going to actually be 2 days. It's kind of more casual what I eat in a day, and you guys will see why when you get to day 2. So for breakfast I did have a pumpkin bagel. If you want to see how I made these, then check out my recipe video that went up yesterday, a couple days ago. And I have some light cream cheese on there as well. Good morning, happy Monday. It is so cold, it's 45 degrees, so stinking cold out here. My bracelets are not wanting to cooperate. But it's supposed to be 76 today, so who knows what it's going to be like in my office. I am hoping I don't have to be on a lot of calls today, because if I am, my door has to be closed, and then it usually gets really warm in there, especially if it's going to be this cold this morning. It's going to be, hopefully the heater's kicking on. So I just wore a lightweight cardigan. This week I think it's supposed to be 76 today. I feel like 79 tomorrow and 70, and then Wednesday it's like 64. And then it's supposed to rain the rest of the week, which I'm not like mad about. My husband's like, but I am ready to like pull out my sweaters and all my cardigans and wear them because I want to be cozy, not because it's freezing cold, because the air conditioner in my office is going like crazy. So anyway, this is the Irish cream loaded coffee. I've not tried this one yet. It is really, really good. I have my next batch of loaded coffee should be here maybe today or tomorrow. But I meant to make an apple cider that's sugar-free. I was going to use those sugar-free cider packets that I picked up this weekend, and I was going to make like a concentrate out of them because I want to I haven't even seen a recipe for this, so I have no idea if it's even going to work, but I want to make like an apple chai tea latte. So kind of like the same way I've been making the pumpkin lattes, but only I'm going to use that cider and make like a concentrate, and then mix it with the chai tea concentrate, and then add in use like the Fairlife milk. But for the topping, that's the only thing. Like, I'm thinking about maybe taking a tiny bit of the apple cider concentrate and mixing it with like just half and half, and making like a cold foam out of that and pouring that on top. So stay tuned. We'll try that this week. I'll try to remember tonight or tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, because I actually have a recipe to show you tonight with the chicken that I'm having actually for lunch and for dinner. And then Wednesday I have another recipe to show you. I mean Tuesday. So then Wednesday I think maybe I'll do that. I'll do the apple chai tea latte. But I am so excited for it. I'm excited hopefully it turns out, because my pumpkin bagels turned out. Oh my goodness, y'all. Like, I want to hear if you guys try that, because I was even able to toast these up this morning, and I've never been able to get like a 2-ingredient dough. Now this is granted 2-ingredient-ish dough pumpkin bagels, but what time is it? Oh, I gotta go. This is the first time I've ever been able to put them into the toaster. And these ones are huge. So like I said in the video that you would have saw this morning, definitely I would do 5 bagels, because these are huge. I don't even know if I didn't even eat a whole one yesterday. I still have half of it in the refrigerator. So we'll see. I mean, it'll be filling, but it's not that much more protein to go for that humongous one that I don't even know if I'm going to be able to eat. So when I make this again, and I'm actually thinking about maybe doing next like a 2-ingredient pumpkin scone. But there's not much difference. Probably not much difference between two. Maybe I'll just do like a scone shape. I don't know. Anyway, I have to go to work. I will see you guys later. For my lunch today, I am using some of this chicken that I made in the crock pot, which I'll show you here in a minute how I made that, and the sesame Asian salad from Dole. This is actually pretty good. It's not as good as the Taylor Farms, but it was a lot cheaper. And here's what my salad looks like. Turned out really good, you guys, and I loved this chicken. So let's go ahead and go into how I made this. These are chicken thighs. Super, super, super easy recipe, and it turned out so nice and juicy and so much better for leftovers. So I just have some chicken thighs here in my crock pot. I did spray it with a little bit of cooking spray, of course. In this we have some Swerve brown sugar. So I have a tablespoon of Swerve brown sugar, and then I have a teaspoon of seasoning salt, maybe it's 1.5 teaspoons of seasoning salt, some garlic powder, and just kind of mix that all together. And then I'm just going to sprinkle it all on top of the chicken. So just nice and covered. So this is kind of like a sweeter, kind of like a teriyaki sauce really, but made with the sugar-free brown sugar. The Swerve is really good. It's one of my favorite brown sugar replacements. Actually, I like the Sucrin Gold the best, but I can't get that in my area. So the Swerve I can pick up anywhere. Then I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of honey and about 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. I just really put enough in there till it looked like it kind of covered the chicken. It ended up being 6 tablespoons, and I did some less sodium soy sauce. Put it on low and cooked it for about 6 hours on low, and this is how it turned out. It was very, very good, you guys. Highly recommend this. So super easy. So about 20 minutes before I have to start work again, so I'm eating my lunch. We'll see if I get interrupted. The door is closed, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm a little disappointed in myself. One, I told myself that I set these goals to do the workouts, and last month, I really did not do them well, if at all, on a lot of them. I mean, I feel like I did fairly good considering how the month went, and I kept using that as an excuse. Like, you know, I had all the stuff going on with my son and my dog and work and all that, so I kind of made excuses. Well, I thought to myself, okay, I am going to kick it in high gear this month. Granted, it's only the 6th. I did do 2 workouts last week, and I did 3 workout videos, one of them being a strength training. But I was supposed to do 3 a week. But I did, the first of the month was like Wednesday, right? So last night, I had just started a book yesterday. And it was a short book, so I thought I'm going to read it. I'm trying to we are doing a reading challenge in my book club that, I have to watch the clock. Okay. I only have 20 minutes, so I'm about to start back to work. I am trying to read more genres this month, so I did a reading challenge that kind of goes across a bunch of different genres. So I picked up a Danielle Steele book, which I have not picked up in forever. I used to read a lot of her books when I read a lot more romance, and I thought, okay, good, contemporary romance book, because that's one of the challenges is to read a contemporary romance book. And I thought I could easily, I have Emily Henry I haven't read yet. I have a Catherine Center I haven't read yet. I have a Sarah Adams I haven't read yet. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try to branch out to something I haven't read in a while. So on Kindle Unlimited, a Danielle Steele one popped up. It was very short, so I thought, okay, let's read this. And I kind of got away from reading. I was reading 1 book every Sunday. I'd read the entire book from start to finish. But I did meal prep yesterday, which I was very proud of because I haven't meal prepped in a while. And so I didn't have a whole day to read a book. So I picked a small one. I think it had 200 and some pages, 230, something like that. And so I started it, and I just was so conflicted on it. It was okay, I was just, this does not seem like Danielle Steele. I remember, but it has been a long time. I am so tempted to maybe pick up an older Danielle Steele book that I've read before to see what I think about her writing. Is it me? That's what I kept thinking to myself. And so I wanted to power through them. It's short. I can power through this. I only DNF books if they are ones that I just, I didn't used to DNF books at all, but now I have been. And, but only if they are really long books that I just can't imagine to get through. But if they're short books, I'm okay, I can give it a chance because you never know. It could really wrap up at the end. And as Danielle Steele, I just did not want to DNF it. So I'm powering through. So last night when I went to bed, I only had I had a little over 100 pages, and I thought, okay, I can get through this. I want to get through as much as I can. I did not plan on finishing it, but it was so bad that it has to get better, right? She is a talented writer. She has been, I don't even know how many books she has written. I'll have to look that up because I imagine she has written, has to be over 100, right? She's been writing forever. So I'm it has to get better. Plus, I kind of wanted to know, what happened at the end. I kind of had an idea of what was going to happen. And so before I knew it, I was finished with the book, and I look, and it's 12:45, y'all. How did I stay up till 12:45? And my alarm goes off at 4:45. or 4:30. I have one set for 4:45. Yeah, I have it set for 4:45. I don't even, needless to say, I don't even remember my alarm went off. Somehow I pushed the snooze, but my dog was like waking me up because he heard my alarm go off. And so it was like, I finally got up like about 5:30 because I could not, like my eyes felt like sandpaper. It was so bad. I am exhausted. I've only had one coffee today. I do have a loaded tea right here and it's almost done. I am dragging. There was no way I could do a workout video not using weights because I just knew it would wouldn't even be worth it, right? I wouldn't be putting the effort in. So I did my bike, which, I mean, that's fine. I can do my bike 3 days a week. As long as I do 4 workout videos. It's only Monday. So the rest of the week, but I can tell you I'm going to bed early tonight. I do need to start a new book because I am doing that reading challenge and I got behind when I didn't read as much in August and September. Because work was just so crazy. So I am behind, but I want to hit my 75 books goal this year, and I've read 58. So I want to make sure I read a good amount this month. But anyway, yeah, so I'm like about 4 hours sleep, 4 hours of good sleep right now. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to go ahead and eat my lunch, which is tasting really good. I am so happy that I can eat leftover chicken, at least today. Like, I don't know what it'll taste like tomorrow to me, but today is tasting good. So I'm gonna have it for lunch and I'm gonna have it for dinner. That way I make sure I don't waste my money on this chicken. But this is really good. Oh, you would have seen the recipe back before this. Definitely test it out. I'm sure it worked good on chicken breast too, but this is really good. I did not have much of an appetite tonight, so I just cut up a Honeycrisp apple. And I had a serving of this apple cider donut Catalina Crunch, and then the 20-gram protein Chobani yogurt, and then I sprinkled on some pumpkin pie spice, and that was my dinner. Hey guys, I am just now getting to work. It's right about 9 o'clock, I want to say. My husband the last few days, ever since Friday, I want to say, he's been having these really bad like dizzy spells, and I don't know if it was Friday night or Saturday night, he actually fell out of his computer chair into the ground because it was so bad. Like he felt like he was gonna faint. So yesterday he tried to get into his doctor's office and they had a cancellation, but they couldn't get him into that cancellation because I think they had like other people, I don't know. So he went to go to urgent care. Well, it was completely packed, so he just left, which frustrates me. So this morning, first thing, because luckily the urgent care opens at 6:45, we got there at 6:45 this morning and we just left. Well, we left there, I mean, it's like a 10-minute drive from our house. So we don't know anything. They did do some blood work. They did a bunch of tests on him, a bunch of blood pressure tests, a bunch of these other like tests where he had to stand up, which he like totally failed that one, where they told him to stand up with his feet together and close his eyes. He almost knocked the doctor over. I don't know if they're thinking like vertigo, but it came on just like that, which when we were looking things up, it looks like that can happen. Well, they ordered 2 CT scans, one with contrast, one without, but our insurance requires a prior authorization unless it's like a traumatic event, even though they said they put one diagnosis in and they got denied. So then they changed the diagnosis, which cracks me up because like, I mean, I guess it's probably a computer system that first like does the initial yeses or nos, I guess. Anyway, so then they put in a different diagnosis and put stat on there, and they said, then the insurance said it could take up to 2 days. So we were waiting all the time. In the meantime, we did get one of his blood tests because I took a bunch of blood work. We got the CBC back, which is coming back normal. Nothing on there was of any concern, but they took a bunch of other stuff. They gave him a steroid just in case he had some inflammation, like maybe in his ears. He has like this pressure, constant pressure right here too, but not like pain. He says it's just pressure, but no pain. And then just like, and he says it's like, you know, kind of like if you're drunk, you know, and the whole room is like spinning. That's what it feels like. And then it'll like kind of subside. But his blood pressure wasn't like, you know, anything to be concerned about. So we're just waiting for the rest of the blood tests to come back, but it looks like it's not anemia because all those blood tests were normal. So I don't know. We don't know what it is. he hasn't had any kind of traumatic brain thing. He does have Parkinson's, but they didn't seem to think it was related to that. His regular doctor, the urgent care is in the same doctor's office as his regular doctor, so the urgent care doctor went and talked to his primary doctor, and then that's when they decided to order the 2 CT scans after talking to her. That's why we like that we go into that urgent care, because it's really convenient, because he can just go talk. Both of his doctors, his mental health doctor and his primary care, are all in that doctor's office. So because I was, they were talking about medications, and I'm like, well, he takes a lot of medications for his mental health stuff and for his like PTSD and all that stuff, so they have to like really be careful what but nothing has changed on that, so we know it's not like medication. Anyway, so they sent us home and told us just it could take up to 2 days to hear back from them once they hear from, well, they put the order into the hospital that does the CT scan. So as soon as they hear from the insurance company, they're supposed to call us and let us know that. And they said, call us. The urgent care said, if you don't hear within 2 days, to give them a call and let them know. So that's where we're at. So anyway, we rushed out of the house. I haven't even had any coffee yet, you all. So I did bring my Bloom energy drink. Not many people here drink coffee, so I may have to make a whole pot of coffee just for myself. And because I knew I wouldn't be able to eat breakfast or even cook breakfast, I went and just brought, well, I could have, but I'm just a little like, shaky and nervous. So I did just bring an oatmeal packet. And I did bring one of the strawberry and cream Built Bar, and then I have a yogurt in my refrigerator here. So I'll probably just make some oatmeal and have a yogurt and just have that, because I'm getting a little bit hungry, but I need coffee so bad. I think at lunchtime I'll go home. When I go home at lunch, I'm gonna make a protein coffee. I just opened this, so hopefully, oh, this one is so good too. This is the strawberry watermelon. This one's definitely my favorite. Okay, I've been working kind of on emails while we've been waiting, so I guess I'll go in and work, and I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, last night, you saw my dinner. Like, I just was not hungry. Like, I told you guys, like, last week, I was starving. Like, I could not eat enough. This week, I have had zero appetite, so I don't know if it's just because my nerves, because the last couple days, just, like, not knowing, I've been, like, a little bit nervous with all this stuff. My husband goes to the extreme. I mean, which he says he does it because in that way, when it's not the extreme, then he feels better. So like his instant thing was, I have a brain tumor, I have a brain bleed. Okay, maybe not. He goes, then why do you order a CT scan? And I said, to rule things out. That's what good doctors do, I said, and he talked to your primary, so she probably said, let's just run a CT scan, let's just see what, she's like a problem solver. So I could see where, and that's what I told him. I said, it's just, they have to rule things out. So don't go to he goes, see, they're going to the extreme too. I said, no, they're ruling things out. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna go in and I will chat with you guys later. Hey guys, I am leaving work. I'm gonna go home, take a much needed shower, and I think I'm gonna just do taco salads tonight. Just make up a quick batch of taco meat, and then I'm not really hungry. I think all this stress is like getting to me. The insurance company is still dragging their feet. The doctor's office called and said that they keep trying to call the doctor. I mean, the insurance company. They said they're still. It still needs to be authorized. I just don't understand. It's just so frustrating. I understand like frivolous tests, but I feel like a CT scan, although I'm sure it's not cheap, which is why we need my insurance to pay for it. But it's not like it's a routine test. It's something that just gets done, and it's very frustrating. He's gonna have to get an MRI too, they said, more than likely, but they want to do the CT scan first, and if it comes back inconclusive or anything, then they're gonna do an MRI, and I'm sure that's gonna take even longer. I feel like telling them, as soon as you get that authorization for the CT scan, put in the MRI, because it may take who knows how long. But it's so frustrating. So we haven't heard anything, so just waiting. But yeah, so anyway, I got quite a bit of work done today. I just closed my door and powered through some stuff and just tried to keep my mind off of it. But I'm gonna head home. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and close up this video. I'm gonna go home and take a shower, make up the taco meat, so I'm gonna throw salads together if I feel like it. But if I do end up eating dinner, I will pop that up here, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we have some news. We'll see. Bye guys.